What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another installment of the Chelsea Hour Show, the Chelsea Hour, whatever you want to call it. I'm your host, Marshalldbdx, and we're going to take a nice little hour to discuss a few things that have kind of been happening since I left. As some of you know, if you're continuous watchers of the show, I did go on a bit of a break. I went on vacation to Florida. I am now back. This channel is going to be back to a routine schedule of posting and doing live streams. And I hope you guys have enjoyed some of the medium format stuff that I've released here. Will be more of that coming as well. So just, keep your eyes out. There's all different types of formats in which you can enjoy Casually FC. And so we got something for everyone here on this platform. So if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button to help out the channel tremendously. Be sure to also smash a like so that the algorithm lets you know next time we're streaming, next time there's content out there for you guys to watch. Because guess what? When international break is here, which it is coming very soon, international break is only, let's see, 3 more games away, so about 2 weeks away. After Arsenal, we go into international break, and you're gonna want some content. It's here in a big format, something to keep you busy during international break, keep you occupied. We're here for you here at Casually FC, and by we mean me, myself, and I, and the panelists that come on here and help make the show what it is as well from time to time. But this show is just me. It's just me, myself, and I am here to kind of discuss a few of the things that's been happening since I left, since I've kind of now caught up. But yeah, smash the like button, hit the bell notification, check out the description. There's a few bits of content up in there as well, and check out the comments and check out the comment section. Leave a comment down below. We just made a video yesterday reviewing the match, the Carabao Cup. And I am going to touch on the Carabao Cup as well, and as well as United, which is coming up. We're going to have a preview for you guys on the Man United match tomorrow, so stay tuned for that one. Special guest. You already know how I do here on Casually FC. Big Six special guest, you know what I'm saying? So be sure to check that out. And yeah, I'm back now. I went to Miami. I went to Jacksonville. I was in the Floridian state of Florida. And I enjoyed myself. I feel relaxed. I feel back on it. I missed home. I missed working. I missed doing the YouTube. I missed watching my Chelsea. I missed making my music. I missed working and selling beer. You guys know how hectic my life is, which also apologies for being tardy. Messy life. Very, very busy. Shit happens. So forgive me, please. But yeah, we're back. And I promised you guys a Casually or a Chelsea hour when I got back. So here we are, and we're going to discuss a slew of things, and I'm going to try to do it within an hour. So I guess I'll start with bear with me, I am sick too. So I guess I'll start with the Liverpool game. Let's work our way from when I last was on the channel and the matches I missed. So obviously, MARESCA been a bit of a up and down in recent time, right? In recent games, it's not been peachy, all right? We haven't been winning. I was ready to say, hey, Chelsea are back to winning ways, except for Liverpool, but now we just lost to Newcastle, the Carabao Cup, and now we have to have a different discussion. And yeah, we'll get to the Carabao Cup, like I said, but we'll start off with Liverpool. I ended up actually watching that game while I was in Miami. I went to a Chelsea members or Chelsea fan club, official fan club bar. And imagine 10:30 in the morning, you go to a bar. The bar doesn't say it's open till 12. And once you get there, you see a packed bar of Guinness drinking Chelsea fans. And I was the one drinking the Carlsberg, funny enough. But there was a few little Liverpool fans there and all that. And watched the game there. And let me tell you, I was surprised with the lineup, like most of you guys were. If you saw my prediction, I did not expect Lavia to show up. And I did not expect Reece James to play. And I also didn't expect them to play for as long as they did. I thought that was really, really risky on MARESCA. And remember that I mentioned the riskiness factor of this, right? Because it's going to come back into play full circle when I talk about something else later in today's show. But so I was surprised with the lineup, and let's actually look at the lineup real quick. And you know what? Just so that you guys can be a little bit more interactive and watch, do this with me. Let's go ahead. Pause. Let's go ahead and pull it up on the window here. So it's hard to see, but I'm going to zoom in because obviously we know that Liverpool were missing Allison. They were going to go in with a strong lineup, and this was give or take the lineup that I expected. I mean, I don't know if I expected Jones. I did expect McAllister to play, but the front line was pretty much what I thought it would be, give or take Luis Diaz, I probably thought. So it was really the South American contingency that didn't make it. So that being said, we go into our lineup, and this front line was everything I predicted. Did not predict Lavia to be in here. Did not predict Reece James to be in this either. I was saying have Malo Gusto on the right and Renato Vega on the left. And you guys know that prior to this game, we know that Renato Vega had a brilliant game against Ghent. We know Renato Vega is capable of playing. He looks really competent. For someone his age, he looks way ahead of his time. And I was shocked to see that Maresca didn't trust him enough to start him. And, the first half, look, overall, we played well. But there were mistakes in this game. And I don't even mean just defensively. Obviously, defensively, there were mistakes. We should have done better with Curtis Jones. We should have done better with the goal to Salah as well, which I'm pretty sure was a penalty. Stupid penalty. There was well, it wasn't even a stupid penalty because Jones completely dived, right? We see it in the replay. Jones did dive. But there was also a penalty that was earlier than that where Jones got pulled down and he didn't get it called. And obviously there was a penalty to Jadon Sancho on our end by Trent Alexander-Arnold, which I have to say in this game, I think I can start retracting all statements that Trent Alexander-Arnold is not a good defender. He has improved vastly in that aspect of his game under Arne Slot. Compared to last season, it's night and day what we're seeing with Trent Alexander-Arnold in the form of defensive ability. And let's be fair, he locked up, well, not him himself alone, but Jadon Sancho had a quiet shift that game. Wasn't really able to pull anything off. And I expected Jadon to be able to turn Trent Alexander-Arnold into a knot. And that just did not happen. And that being said, well. Big up to Strasbourg, Steve. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it, my friend. Where is my... Here it is. Shout out Strasbourg, Steve. Big up to him and everyone coming in from the raid. Welcome to Casually FC. Welcome to the Chelsea Hour. I am Marshalldbdx, your host, and I am going to spend the next hour discussing some of the stuff I missed since I was away. I did go away to Florida just before the Liverpool match and kind of catching up on my perspective on all the matches that happened since I was away and kind of where Chelsea's at right now. So if you like Chelsea content, if you like the personality, if you like the work that I put into the channel, please be sure to subscribe, smash the like button. Steve brought you over here because he knows. But also check out Steve, guys, if you haven't done so already. Strasbourg Steve, very, very, very vast football knowledge. One of the few in this YouTube industry that have nearly as much knowledge as he does. So respect, Strasbourg Steve. Thank you so much for the raid. But coming back to the game, right? Trent Alexander-Arnold improved a lot defensively. But one thing that was impressive, and I got to respect Arne Slot. And remember, we were linked to Arne Slot at one point, and people didn't want him because they didn't know his name, kind of like Maresca, same exact issue. It's typical Chelsea, a Chelsea problem. Is Arne Slot set up his defense so that at all points, each of our defenders, which is where a lot of our attack comes from, each of our defenders were doubled up on. bear with me as I'm coughing. I don't want to like cough into the mic. So each of our wingers constantly had 2-man marking them, whether it be Robertson or Trent Alexander-Arnold. So Nani and Jaden had a very quiet game. As for Cole Palmer, he was also marked out of the game, but either by Gravenberch or by Sloboslai. It was very, very pincer-esque in the style of which Liverpool defended in going into this game. Liverpool, I even think when you think about it, hold on, let's actually go back real quick. If we look at the standings, goal differences, Liverpool have a 12 goal difference. Which one's the goals conceded? Goals for, goals against. Goals against is 5. That's the least amount of goals conceded in the Prem. The only other team that comes close is Nottingham Forest, which, shocker, Nottingham Forest are actually pretty good this season. I was really surprised to see how well they performed this season. So Nuno Espirito Santo, shout out to you. But let's go back to the game, right? So when we look at the match, it was a good formation. It was a good tactical match with a lot of action, a lot of drama. And unfortunately, it was our defensive mistakes that cost us in the end. And it just sucks. Colwell was not at it. Tosin was shaky. Malo Gusto. This is where I come at Maresca, right? For this game, and this is the beginning of what I'm saying, my title, the Maresca gene, or the PEP gene. We all know that in big games, finals to be specific, Pep has that tendency to overthink the game, and it cost him. And he did that. If you guys remember, and if I remember correctly too, he did that against Chelsea, where he started Gundogan in the DM position, and it backfired on him completely. And we're back at it again where, okay, Reece James and Lavia were a big risk, but am I going to sit here and say it didn't work out? No, it did. It did work out. It did work out, and I'm happy it did because they had a brilliant performance. We were pretty in control in the first half. I mean, we were down 1 goal, but after that, we were pretty in control for most of the game. And Lavia really set the tone. And Reece James was, almost back to Reece James' ways. Mind you, especially for the second goal, Reece James looked like he was a bit off the offside trap, which caused Curtis Jones to be onside. I'm putting that a little bit on Reece James, just not being up to speed with the game. However, Malo Gusto on that side. And this is where I get at Maresca, right? Malo Gusto this season has not looked comfortable inverting. And that's fine. He's young. And inverting into the midfield is not easy. It's going to take time. And he's going to learn to get more comfortable. Because we know Malo Gusto, what he likes to do on the right-hand side is overlap the winger and join in the attack. But this season, I think defensively it's affected him too because he's struggling to get back in time or go forward in time and time it all out and be on it in terms of like when to invert and when to go back to the back four. And being that Malo Gusto is like that currently, I don't understand why, on top of the caveat that he hasn't looked decent inverting at the right, at his dominant side, why would you take the risk of putting him at left and inverting him in the left rather than putting someone like Renato Vega, who is comfortable doing that, who has done that for you, who has shown you good performances from that position? And I think this is where we're starting to see a bit of the flaw in Maresca, where maybe he just doesn't fully trust certain players. I get that. I get that to an extent. But Gusto just hasn't looked that good either, though. And I was surprised to see it. Because what happened later in the game, guys? Renato Vega comes in, and Mo Salah is a lot quieter. And I know Renato Vega experience-wise against Mo Salah, that's also risk. But playing a player out of position in a style of play that he's not comfortable with is asking for trouble. And when you think about it, guys, both the goals came from the same side. Curtis Jones and Salah cutting in, ripping Malagusto apart, coming in from that side, and then forcing Levi Colwill to make mistakes. Same thing from the cross from Mo Salah. Brilliant cross from Mo Salah, but who is marking him? Who is preventing him from getting the cross? It was Malagusto. Reece James was caught in the offside trap. He wasn't getting back in time enough, but fuck me, man. And then finally we bring up Renato Vega and we look a little bit more comfortable on that right side. Mo Salah does not get a peep anymore. But by that time, it's too late. Cole Palmer was marked out of the game. Nicholas Jackson did his job. One real clear-cut opportunity, realistically, and he scores it. That was frustrating. And that was the first signs that I was starting to think, like, I think I'm seeing that Pep gene, that MARESCA might be the overthinker. But we're 50 minutes in. Let me see what you guys are saying. I just want to get some points across and then read the chat and then go from there. But let's pull up your comments here. What's good, Prime? Big up, Joel. Ray Allen, Marshall back, no pause. Wait, huh? Hey, yo, what? What?
What do you mean by that?
Banana, big up. Banana always saying, also here saying, MARESCA's Big Six record is going to look spooky as if we lose or don't win one of the next two games. I mean, it could also look great if we continue to win. So there's two ways to look at it. So we'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. I'm not too worried about it. We'll talk on United. RTM Sports Service. Yodels to you, my friend, as well. And then one more comment here. JC, big up. Welcome to the Chelsea Hour, my friends. But let's continue on. So that's the Liverpool game, right? The other game that I didn't really get my 2 cents into was the Panathinaikos game. Now, I'll be so honest with you guys. I'm going to be so honest with you guys. I watched the first half of this and passed out. Because the first half of this match was an absolute snooze fest. I am so sorry. The first half of this match was such a snooze fest. So I have to look at the stats. Because I know we didn't concede. But I think we did score first. And it was 1-0 going into the second half. Let me just see the timeline here. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, so João Felix scored. So on and so forth. Listen, I don't think I really need to fucking go into this that much. But I will say, João Felix, from what I saw, didn't play that well. He had some moments here and there, some decent touches. And he scored the goal. It was a goal he should have scored. So, what I will say, from what I did see, and what I can already assume based on this, and based on what I know, 2 assists from Mudryk, 1 goal from Mudryk. And that same Mudryk that I saw in that first half, looking electric, looking like creating something, looking like actually a proper winger, is the same Mudryk we saw yesterday. The one that was the best one on the pitch. So, and Kunku also, a little lackluster, not going to lie. Excuse me. But he gets a goal. Obviously, also Badiashile looked decent as well. Actually, let me pull up the lineup. It's right here. So yeah, Pedro Neto had a decent game as well. I after seeing the first half, I can see why Pedro Neto ended up playing the Newcastle game to follow. Enzo Fernandez looked decent. He had plenty of space to make passes and boss the midfield. KDH didn't really do anything out of the ordinary. Everyone else looked decent. Cucurella looked like a boss as well. Disasi looked decent. Badiashile looked great. He was making some great passes going forward. I think Jorgensen, even in that game, made a good save or two. There's really not much to discuss. It was a Panathinaikos game that everyone overhyped. Everyone got too worried about. Banana slip or whatever is the saying that people say. Whatever. It was fine. Like, we were in control the whole time. I think we were at one point taking a piss, and we got scored on by Palestri, who is actually a decent player in my opinion, but just Man United suck. But yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. This competition is way too below our level, to be honest with you. Not to be disrespectful to any of the teams, but quite frankly, when your team is worth more than the entirety of the teams in this competition combined, yeah, there's a big gap, a really big gap. So I expect dominant performances from Chelsea. I expect this B team to not change much. Maybe one or two changes for Fiorentina, who I expect to play in the final. Because that's the team I rate the most in this competition. But honestly, this was the hardest match in our group. I don't expect any more slip-ups. We should be fine. All right, and there's really not much to talk about in this game. Like I said, I fell asleep after the first half. That first half was an absolute snooze fest. And I was tired the day I watched it, but regardless, I still fell asleep. Usually, Chelsea games have me wide awake. Not this one. Not this one at all. So, we continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go back to Newcastle. And this is the last one that I was away for, that I wanted to give my 2 cents on. And I did watch this. And I did watch the one player that everyone was doubting. Everyone was saying, oh, he doesn't show up for big games. Oh, he was a ghost. Oh, he was shit. Oh, this and that. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut your whore mouth up. Okay? Because you're talking shit. You're talking absolute cock rubbish. That's what you're doing with your disgusting fucking tongue. Okay? Respect Cole Palmer. Respect the man that is.
What?
Exactly. The what merchant. What? Because he can't hear you. Because he's so fucking good and a well-cast player. He can't hear the fucking hate and the utter nonsense you're spatting. All right? He's deaf to it. His next celebration should be this and then the cold. Okay? Because that motherfucker bossed this game. And goes to show that Cole Palmer, and like any other player, right? When you give him space, they will show you, or they'll punish you for it. They'll punish you for it. Imagine if Cole Palmer was in the Bundesliga. Imagine like all the space in the Bundesliga. Jesus fucking Christ. People will be saying he's world class without a doubt. He probably would have won the Ballon d'Or last season. But regardless, I digress. Ballon d'Or talk in 2-3 years, okay? So, Cole Palmer. Absolutely amazing one goal, right? The one goal where he passes it to Neto. And people are going to say, oh, he got lucky, he guessed, and all this and that. Let me tell you guys something. that not you guys, the rivals, right? Let me tell the rivals and the Chelsea haters, the fucking Mick Glazers of whatever, the fucking Clear Lake Out Brigade, the Clear Lake Out Masturbators, all right? The Clear Lake Out Glazers, whatever you want to call them, Siri Merchant Glazers. The one that want any negativity whatsoever to any chance to be negativity or any chance to crash it on Clear Lake, okay? When there is a system in place, when there's tactics, when you play with the same team consistently, when you play with the same players consistently, chemistry develops. And when chemistry develops, and on top of that, you have a system. You know how you're going to make your runs. You know how you want to attack. You know where there's going to be spaces. You don't even need to look to know where to pass the ball. If Cole Palmer is here and he knows that their space is going to be open because there's going to be a defender over here. Oh, I'm sorry, pointing in the wrong screen. When Cole Palmer is over here and he knows that because they were playing with wingers, this space is going to be open in between Palmer and Neto on their side. You already know. You can pass the ball to this general direction and it's going to go through. And Palmer already knew where Neto was. So from all the way back here, has that key pass to Pedro Neto. And Pedro Neto obviously had to do the rest of the work too. He had to do Pedro Neto. I'm not discrediting Pedro Neto as well. And Jackson knows what he has to do. knows where Jackson is, dinks it right to Jackson, perfect ground ball pass or maybe a bit of a bounce or whatever, and Jackson does what he has to do. And you know what? Respect to Jackson, because two games, 2 goals. What, he's on 6 goals so far, or is it 4 goals so far this season? Let me actually look up Jackson's stats real quick while I'm here. Can I look it up? This is so dumb. Nicholas Jackson? No? Okay, let's look it up this way. There we go. Perfect. Nicholas Jackson in the Premier League, 6 goals, 3 assists. Second best striker in the Premier League right now. So, listen, he took the criticism. He took the fact that Chelsea were in for another striker. He took it personally, and he's using that as motivation, as he should. And mind you, this is somewhat of a. It's actually not that bad of a Newcastle side. You know, take out Almiron. Harvey Barnes is not a bad player. Joe Ellington starts from time to time. Guimaraes starts from time to time. Tonali's a starter. Fabian Schär is not a bad defender. Dan Burns starts on them from time to time. Livramento is questionable. Yo, Neto had Livramento on ropes. Neto had Livramento on ropes. Can't really say the same about Nani to Lewis Hall, but Nani did have chances as well. He played well, but he wasn't as dominant as Neto was to Livramento. Neto made Livramento suffer. Mind you, Livramento made up for it later on when he tied the match, right? Was it him or was it his pass? It was his pass to Isak that ends up tying it. But Cole Palmer, man, I don't know what it is that MARESCA says in the locker room, but he gets these players fucking firing, dude. He gets these players firing. Second half, we come out guns loaded, ready to go. And I think we come out so intense that the opposition are just not ready for it. They're just not ready for it. The amount of intensity that we come at them with. Pause. And it shows. And listen, I gotta as happy as I am that we won. And mind you, this game, Reece James played a full 90. And I don't think MARESCA meant to do it. I think he kind of was forced to have him play a full 90. But towards 80th minute or so, James was a little out of breath. He was a little exhausted. I'm glad he didn't get hurt again. But so far, so good from Reece. He had a phenomenal performance defensively and even offensively. When you look at the balls he was pinging, Enzo also dropped for this game. I will say Enzo dropped for the last game as well. So anyone fucking saying that, oh, MARESCA's not going to drop him because of the price tag. Bro, if you don't shut the fuck up, he dropped Enzo Fernandez to the B team. He dropped Mudryk to the B team. And bro, if you play like shit, he will drop anyone on the B team. He doesn't give a fuck. Get it through your thick skull. He dropped Raheem Sterling, who was on the highest wages. Told him, dude, you're not welcome here. Give me your number. I'm giving it to Neto. Like, this guy, honestly, and this is one thing I really appreciate about MARESCA, is that he is not going to be swayed by player power. He's not going to be swayed by a price tag. Time will tell, but I was told he was a yes man. You guys remember that? You guys remember that? Oh, they brought him in. Hold on. Oh, yeah. They brought him in because he's a yes man, mate. Yeah. These fucking Clear Lake merchants, they just want yes men. Yeah, that's why. No experience. Yeah. Premiership, championship manager. Yeah, yes man. Yeah. Fuck off. Eat a dick. He's not a yes man. He does whatever the fuck he wants. He says whatever he wants. If you didn't hear me already, eat a dick. Fucking, I hate people who are just haters and they just want to hate for no reason, just for agenda purposes. It triggers me, as you can tell. So overall, like, I was happy with that first half. Happy with the first 15 minutes of the second half, I want to say. But towards the end, we started to really like be forced back. And another thing I want to point out too, we need to really stop picking up yellow cards. We picked up 5 yellow cards this game. We pick up yellow cards. Like, I think if we look up a stat, we might have more yellow cards than anyone else in the league. So there's still a discipline issue with the yellow cards. And listen, I say that because those yellow cards are the reason why Wesley Fofana wasn't available for Liverpool. And he comes back to his first game in the Premier League. And what does he do? He gets a yellow card from a stupid tackle. A stupid tackle that nearly hurt him. So it's annoying to see it, and I really want to see that discipline, brought to control. But after the first half, they made a few changes, or after the goal that we can see, they made a few changes. They started controlling the ball more, started making more chances, and what didn't help, and this was so blatantly clear, and it actually annoyed me, is this bozo right here. Like, listen, you guys know from watching the channel, I try to be fair with Sanchez. I do try to defend him to a certain extent. And I do criticize him too. But at this point, I'm not saying he cost us the game, because he didn't cost us anything. I don't think he was at fault for the goal. However, what I will admit is that he did not help us to win it either. And the amount of passes that kept going to the opposition or going out of play, it reminded me tit for tat of what I saw from Kepa in the preseason when I went to see them against Brighton. Because like once you're there and you're noticing these things, it's like, holy shit. And it got to a point where I was like, I saw 1, I saw 2, 3, 4, and I was like, okay, Sanchez has the ball again. He boots it, and I see it go outside. I'm like, what the fuck, Sanchez? Why? Just pass it on the ground. Like, stop giving the fucking ball away. It was so fucking infuriating. He had one good pass, one decent pass this game, and it was to Nicholas Jackson, who had a brilliant performance, by the way. Arguably man of the match, but it goes to Cole Palmer for the brilliant fucking pass he had and the goal. So I'll give it to Cole Palmer. But Nicholas Jackson turns around, he does a half turn from the pass that Sanchez gives him. I'll give you that. That's about it, though. The only decent pass. It was such a bad game for Sanchez in terms of passing ability, which is the thing that he's supposed to be in here for, that I actually noticed it. And I never noticed these things because who gives a fuck about the keeper and his passing? So it's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. So other than that, though, I'm glad we got the result. It was a tough result. We needed to get a win after that Liverpool loss because we're in a tough run of games. And the next game was going to be obviously the game from yesterday, which I did talk about. And we'll go back to it to a certain extent. Obviously, we talked about it yesterday. Oh, and again, I told you to remember something from earlier, and I'm going to remind you again. Reece James played a full 90. MARESCA used all his sub windows, knowing full well Reece James was in there, and he played 90 minutes. Okay? So, now, before I go into this, let me catch up with the comments, guys, and see what you guys are saying. So, Curry Pirate laughing at me. It's fine. Big up Logic. Happy Halloween. No, it's a festival I went to. Happy Halloween to y'all. Hopefully you guys are dressing up. You said, hey, yo. I got you, bro. I got you.
Hey, yo.
I did say cock rubbish. Because these motherfuckers... Yeah, exactly. Pirate hooker mouth. That was... Let me... you know what? Hold on. Let me not.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble.
You guys already know what to do. If you haven't done so already, wipe your feet at the door. Smash the like buttons. Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Ooh, you are for real. There you go. That's better. He kicked out vice captain. He did. And you stood up. Why? Because I fucking felt like it. That's why. To prove how idiotic these hunchback fucking clear leg dick washers are. Happy Diwali. That's an Indian holiday, right? I believe. Listen, I'm ignorant, guys. You already know this. It's called Casually FC for a reason. But happy Diwali to all who celebrate. It wasn't starting 11. It was a weak bench that cost us. Still back MARESCA. Yeah, obviously, I still back MARESCA. Obviously. But It is really disappointing. And yeah, big up CP, obviously. Big up Curry Pirate. Big up JC. Big up everyone in the chat. Smash those like if you haven't done so already, ladies and gents. But hold on, let me just cough. Okay, cool. Halfway through the show, guys. Let's talk about yesterday's match just a little bit, because obviously we had a whole stream on it, 3-hour stream. Plenty of content for you guys to watch while you're at work, driving, commuting. Maybe if you want to go to sleep. I don't know. I won't take offense. But yeah, yesterday. See, the thing is, like, I was really exhausted, so I didn't actually release my lineup. But the lineup I would have released was going to be Nkunku, Felix. I would have brought in, for this one, I would have brought in Jadon Sancho. So that's one difference in change. I would have probably kept this to Anani Madueke or a Cole Palmer. But I think Nani would have been like the realistic choice here. So I think I would have stuck with Nani here. So that's 2 changes. Enzo's fine. I probably would have brought... Well, Enzo's not fine. We'll talk about that later. Not today's show. Another show. Enzo in the pivot with a Caicedo. Because Lavia can't play twice a week. I know Caicedo can. So that's a 3rd change I would have made that was different. Tosin I would have kept in. I would have brought in Fofana instead of Badiashile. Not Fofana, I'm sorry. Levi Colwell instead of Badiashile. Because even though Badiashile at this point had some decent games, I still don't trust him. Sorry. I still don't trust him. Yeah, I need to see it over an extended amount of games in the Premier League for me to think that you're back and fixed. But Colwell would have kept this Renato Vega or Cucurella. I probably would have said Cucurella, to be honest. And this probably would have been Gusto. So 5 changes. I would have done a hybrid of A team and B team, cup team and league team, with the ones that can play more than twice a week, which we know there are players that can play more than twice a week, which goes back to what I said earlier, ladies and gents, the risk. And this is where I get upset with MARESCA. I'm not MARESCA out, but I have criticism for MARESCA now. Some people are saying he threw the game, which it does seem that way to an extent. But in my head, I can't fathom that, because why would you throw the game when you know you're coming into this Premier League team? You're coming into Chelsea Football Club, one of the greatest teams of all time, that haven't won anything since Club World Cup under Tuchel in 2022, right? No, last year was 23, 22, 21, 2021. So it's been 3 years since we've seen a trophy. This is a team that is obsessed with trophies. So why is it that you, Enzo MARESCA, who come into this already being heavily criticized by media for lack of experience, lack of pedigree, how is it that you come into this team, into this game, thinking Carabao Cup's not that big of a deal? And yes, listen, if I was Man City, if I was Liverpool, sure, throw it. I've won trophies recently. This is Chelsea Football Club. We haven't fucking won a trophy in 3 years. All we do is win trophies.
Let's have it right.
All we do is win trophies. So what the fuck is the difference in this one? Mind you, this isn't going to make to break the season. Like, I get it. Like, it's not going to have me MARESCA out. Like, dude, if we win the next 2 games, I'm going to forget about this trophy. That's fine. I get that. I know it's not a big deal, but it's still a trophy we should be aspiring to win, trying to win it. Not just throwing it away, putting this fucking lineup out. Oh, shit. let me, too angry, March. Calma. Calma. But what I'm trying to get at, right, is that you're up against a Newcastle side at Newcastle, St. James's Park. This isn't Reece James's Park anymore because he's not playing, okay? St. James's Park. This isn't an easy ground to go to. Historically, it's never been an easy ground to go to. It's always been that ground that's a banana slip. That's why in my preview for Newcastle-Chelsea or Chelsea-Newcastle, I said this could potentially be a banana slip, but I think I'm okay. I don't think I've been that convinced with Newcastle. And that's also true. Newcastle haven't been that convincing. But also these players haven't been that convincing. So what the fuck? KDH in the wing? Like, what are we doing? And this is again where I go, is this the Pep gene? Did you overthink it, Maresca? Did you overthink that maybe they would have a B team and that this would be enough to handle with your B team? Did you think, okay, I'm gonna focus, because here's the one thing that I can think of, right? Here's the one thing I can think of, but again, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me from a person who is new to the management game at the highest level, who needs to prove himself. You guys, I'm sure you guys agree. I'm sure you guys agree. If Maresca wins a Carabao Cup, then you're like, okay, you know what? I have a lot more confidence in Maresca. He's inexperienced, but he won a trophy. He shows me he has some type of pedigree, right? And you guys in the chat, let me know if you agree with that. But like, when you're an inexperienced manager, in my head, I'm thinking you got to prove that you are the right guy for the job. What a better way to prove it than winning a trophy? It might not be the biggest trophy. It might be the smallest trophy that you can win in this campaign other than the Conference League. But I think even the Conference League is somewhat of a bigger trophy because it's a European trophy, right? You have to win it. You have to prove why you deserve this job. And trophies buy you time. No matter what fucking job you're in, trophies will always buy you time. It always bought us time under Roman. It bought fucking Ten Hag time under United. Why is it any different here? Maresca, you are an inexperienced manager. You should have gone and tried to win this, and it doesn't look like you did. And this is where I go back to, I think you overthought it. I think you overthought it with the players that you had. You didn't want to take the risk of injury, even though you took the risk of injury with Lavia and Reece James playing 60 minutes in their first game back since God knows how long. Actually, that's a lie. That's only applying to Reece James. Lavia did play 10 minutes in an earlier game. I think it was Nottingham Forest or Brighton. But you took the risk then. You took the risk with Reece James, who is the most injury-prone player in our team, last game against Newcastle, where you had him play 90 minutes. 90 minutes, the second game back this season. And you're choosing to not take the risk now because you don't want to play Malo Gusto for a second game in a row. Or Nani Madueke for a second game in a row. Mind you, both players that were very much available last year under Poch. Oh my God, I'm getting riled up. Oh my God. Sorry. Again, I know it's just a Carabao Cup, but it's just like the logic, the lack of understanding of where Maresca's coming from here is what's annoying me. Because it's like the hypocrisy is what annoys me. The hypocrisy is what gets to me. And it's causing a little bit of my head loss. But it's again, you can look at it as, okay, fine, we lost. Some people in my comment section yesterday said it's one of those games where we find out who's good enough and who's not. I would argue that you should have already known this based off of fucking Servette and other cup games and other fucking I mean, our last cup game from this is Boro, so to be honest, you can't really tell that much from that. But you should be able to tell that as a manager from seeing the training pitch, from seeing the substitute appearances, and from seeing what's happening in the Conference League. But fine, I'll even extend it to those guys. Sure, this was a Premier League side. You wanted to see who was good enough and who wasn't. Mudryk is good enough, apparently. Mudryk apparently is good enough. And Nkunku, Felix, KDH, to be honest, wasn't like horrible. I don't know. Cucurella's good enough. We know that already. Jurgensen's not good enough. Like, that's about it. Like, Cucurella, Mudryk, Tosin, I thought was okay. I don't think he was horrible. But that's about it. That's about it. Those are the only guys that you can come out of this experiment saying, like, all right, I found out who's good enough and who's not. And as a result, we threw away a cup. It sucks. It sucks because I wanted to come into this game winning into the season, I should say, winning as many trophies as possible, because this team needs to know what it's like to win a trophy. It changes your mentality. It changes your mentality completely, knowing what it takes to win a trophy and how you got to go into the next competition and how hard you have to grind and how hard you have to sweat and bleed to win that trophy. And you know what else annoys me, guys? This is the difference between, like, I guess MARESCA as a manager versus a Jose. Bro, let's look at the timeline just so you get where I'm coming from. Look at these two positions right here. In the first 20 minutes, Longstaff and Fabian Scherer get a yellow card. Okay. Look at the positions. Longstaff, Fabian Scherer. Midfielder and a defender. The fact that we didn't take advantage that they were on a yellow to fucking absolutely harass them and force another yellow and get them sent off is also blasphemous. Because as soon as I saw Fabian Scherer get a yellow, I was like, dude, that's perfect. That's perfect. We need to fucking be assholes. We need to be fucking cunts and get that guy sent off. And approach Fabian Scherer and bully Fabian Scherer as much as possible. But we didn't do that. We didn't do that. João Felix was too busy being a fucking cuck on the pitch. Shaking hands, fucking watching his girl get clapped. Fucking ridiculous, bro. I'm so pissed off about that game. You can see the reaction, the full reaction to on yesterday's match review. But yeah, I wasn't happy about it, obviously. But it's the Carabao Cup. If you win the next two, United and Arsenal, then you know what? Fine. Clearly you're focused on top four and winning the Conference League. And I hope you don't throw away the FA Cup as well. So, like, it could be very possible that this season is really the season where MARESCA really wants to just figure out his best team and figure out what these players are actually capable of and what they can't do. It's very possible. But it is what it is. So let's go ahead and catch up with some comments, guys, and see what you guys are saying here. What was the last one that I read here? Oh, welcome, Nacho. You're always annoying, but here you are. We'll talk about Man United in a minute. Chelsea funeral. Nacho17 says, Jason Rice saying, Fofana, James, Lavia need extra care. The rest of our team are fit. Yeah, but I didn't say like, I obviously wasn't mentioning any of those players when it came to this Carabao Cup tie, because I know that these players are very fragile and you do have to be very careful with them, and you can't risk playing them twice a week. I'm aware of that. The players I did name, Nani Madueke and Malo Gusto, though, they're more than capable. And if Gusto were to get hurt, or if Nani were to get hurt, we do have the depth. Like, we have depth for a reason. But we continue. Obviously, guys, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Jason Rice saying again, we mark Arteta for not taking Cup seriously. Exactly. And what right do they fucking have? Because they haven't won a single trophy in 4 years either. They haven't won a trophy since Lampard's season. I think that was what, 2019, 2020? Remind me, guys, because I don't remember. I think that was 2019. MARESCA got cocky. He did, and you could tell he got cocky because of the bench too. There was no one on that bench that you could bring on to be a game changer other than Cole Palmer, and he only made one sub. Which also goes to the argument that he just threw it. He didn't care to try to win the game. He brought in the one sub, said, Nani, let's see what you can do, and if you get one goal, then maybe I'll bring on Palmer to go get a second goal. Maybe that's the plan. No, it's not. I can't take losing. It's how we lost. Yeah. I can take losing. It's how we lost. Yeah. I get that. I feel like we lost like a bitch. We literally lost like a bitch, and we lost in 10 minutes. Literally took 10 minutes for us to lose. Nah, that's a game where we got a ton of data. Yeah, I mean, that's one way to look at it. I'd rather just win. I'd rather just be winning trophies, and I'm sure you can understand where I'm coming from. This two RBs thing at the same time needs to stop. Yo, that was another thing. Guys, this is another reason why I think like maybe he did fucking throw it. We had Renato Vega on the pitch with Cucurella And guess who was on the bench? Guess who was on the bench?
Beans over toast tots.
Bag average. Ben Chilwell. Why do we have 3 left backs? You had Ben Chilwell on the bench, Cucurella, and Renato Vega. There was no reason. You had that 100%. He was cocky, or he just didn't care about the game. Why would you have? Oh God, I can't. For continuity, for confidence purposes, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense to me. Twitter down there, follow Twitter, guys. But now you have like opponent to compare. Yeah, I guess KDH's ass. There's going to be a whole video on KDH that we're going to release by We Mimi. But yeah, check out the review yesterday. We talked about KDH a lot. Why is Asasi on the right wing or the right back? Yeah, and that's another one too that I disagree. I don't know why MARESCA persists on the Sasi at right back. Maybe because when they have possession, he goes into the back three. And then when they defend, he's at right back. But still, I don't get it. I don't get it. He's not good at right back. 1 billion B team, not really, but not your club is yeah. Shush. 14th. Shush. Can't hear you too far away down there. Shush. MARESCA rested his players for United only to get battered. I mean, we'll see. Don't hide Nacho. It's 11 year, hasn't hided. It was like the players and manager wasn't bothered about this game. I mean, I can tell you someone who wasn't bothered. Shaking hands, watching his girl get clapped is wild. I said what I said. Fucking, I'm mad at that player. You can lose to us and Arsenal. Well, we could. Then we're having a different discussion. Then we're having a totally different discussion for sure. Genuinely, I couldn't give a shit about the Carabao Cup if we win at Old Trafford. Not just Old Trafford, though. Not just Old Trafford. I want to get a result at Arsenal, too. Become a member. Guys, membership is open. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, Carney some minutes. That's another thing, too. At that point, too, like, why not give Carney minutes? Like, he just doesn't rate Carney. Carney's time is done at Chelsea. He threw the cup. Sorry, guys. He said, I'd rather beat United 3 points. Yeah, he kind of did say that. And 2 goalies. Bro, I'm done. I'm so done. I didn't even pay attention to that. Actually, let me look at this. Bettinelli. Bergstrom. Bro, he did have 2 goalies. He had 3 left backs and 3 goalies in the fucking squad.
Bruh.
What the fuck, dude? MARESCA looking stupid Sunday if we beat you. Yeah, maybe. 2 keepers and Chill on the bench, definitely throwing the game. That's what I'm saying. It looks really bad. It looks so bad. Like, it looks like you actually did throw the game now. And I'm starting to believe it more and more. It just doesn't make sense, because if you're trying to prove yourself, unproven manager, like, surely you want to go further in the cup and you want to, like, show that you can overperform, not just meet the expectations. That's what I'm getting at, too. Like, it's one thing you can meet expectations. Fine. If it's a job you hate or something. But, like, this is Chelsea. You want to bring him to the best of the best. You want to show that you can exceed the expectations and that you are solidified in your job. That's why it really, really baffles me. Hope Sanchez starts. Oh, he will, unfortunately. He will. Why couldn't it be Cup and League wins? Not either. What do you mean, why couldn't it be Cup and League wins? Not either. I'm confused by this one. Oh, thank you. Stream Elements. Smash the like button, people. It does help the channel grow. I know you guys aren't used to this format, so we'll be doing this a little more consistently, and you'll see. We'll be getting guests and stuff. You guys saw the Alexis one, which go and check that out if you haven't checked it out already, and my last one after that. So, but yeah, let's get back to wrapping it up with United. Okay. So obviously, I should have never left Florida, because the moment I leave Florida and the moment I land back in New Jersey, fucking Eric Ten Hag gets sacked. Yeah. Yeah. Sucks. Sucks. But listen, I'm still confident we can get a result. I'm still confident we can get a result. You have United fans coming out with chess after beating Leicester. They beat Leicester 5-3 or 5-2, whatever the fuck the score result was. And you have them coming out with chest, thinking they're going to clap us just because history said so. Motherfuckers, you guys have been breaking record and rewriting history since last season. Makes you think we can't rewrite history. We wrote history on you guys last year when we were in a run of you guys were in a run of unbeaten games against us. And then what did we do? Cole Palmer fucking dunked a hat trick on you in 20 minutes. So hold that. I'm tired of hearing you United fans fucking talk. You win one game and you get really fucking arrogant and cocky and think you're gonna start winning the league. Like, you get this attitude about you like you're fucking Liverpool. You won an FA Cup and a Carabao Cup. Good job. Congrats. Congrats. How is your league position? 14th. Your bread and butter, 14th. So. You should have kept Ten Hag then. You should have kept Ten Hag if you won those trophies and you're so proud of how much you won. You got an Old Trafford, a leaky roof, the fucking theater of nightmares, to be honest. I'm not convinced that Rude is going to change anything. Okay. Now, it sucks even more because Amarim, fuck you, Amarim is now going to be the manager of Manchester United. So I got to give it to Ineos. Ineos did do something right, and they hired a proper manager. But you still have a shit team. You still have a shit team. And you have fucking players you need to get rid of. Like, if I was a United fan, from the outside looking in, obviously, if I was a United fan, I wouldn't be so confident, first of all. I was never this confident when I got MARESCA. I was confident that he's better than Podge. But I wasn't confident like, we're back, baby. I still haven't even said Chelsea are back, mind you. I still haven't even said Chelsea are back. And I'm in 5th place, but I still haven't said Chelsea are back. However, Ruben Amorim is a really good appointment. But if I was an Arsenal fan or a Man United fan, sorry, I'm fucking all fucked up. If I was a Man United fan, I'm looking at Dalot and how he played for Erik ten Hag and what he did in that West Ham game. Clearly, it was so clear that he gave up. He gave up and he threw games. He downed tools. I'm looking at problematic players like Dalot. I'm looking at players like fucking Casemiro. Who else is in there? I don't know. Fucking Eriksen, Rashford, Anthony. You guys still have a lot of work to do. You guys still have a lot of work to do. So don't come at me with chess, because even when Amarim comes in, he's gonna have to work with shit players. I'm sorry, Rashford's not that guy. You guys want to hold on to this fucking dream that Rashford is the same Rashford of 2022. He's not. He's not. He hasn't been. So these are problematic players that are just going to down tools when they don't like a manager, or they don't like the decisions, or they don't like the way fucking things are going. They don't like the toy they got. They're fucking brats. They need to go because they're problematic. You guys still need to rebuild that team. You need to do what Chelsea did. Spend £1 billion and fucking just ramp the whole team. And stop giving shit players contracts that they're not worth. Bruno Fernandes should not be on over 300k a week. That guy is not good. That guy is not a 300k a week player. And the list goes on and on. You have an Ugarte that could potentially do something under Amarim. You have, Dalot and Bruno could potentially because of the Portuguese connection, but I have my doubts. Rashford needs to go. And he could potentially do something with Xerxes and Højlund. And even if he doesn't do anything with Xerxes and Højlund, you have the potential of now getting Gyökeres. Excuse me. Ow. Which, good for you. Good for you. You're still cheeks. But it sucks. So I was wrong about Erik ten Hag. I thought he would stay until the very end of the season and they were going to assess the manager market then. But no, they I didn't realize Amram had a release clause in his contract, and United took advantage of that. And you know what? He's a good manager. He's a good manager. He is going to make a difference, but United fans need to be patient, and Ineos have to back him. And I'm happy that he's not going to be here for Chelsea, because that means I can clap United cheeks still. Hey, yo. But it is what it is.
Hey, yo.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is that I still think we're going to be United. I still think we're going to clap United. And I mean, when I say clap, I mean we're going to clap United. I'll give my score prediction tomorrow. I'll give my score prediction in my preview as well. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting game now that Ruud is in there and not Eric Ten Hag. But regardless, I need to see blood tomorrow. We cannot, especially with this team, the amount of talent we have, the midfield we have, Lavia, Caicedo, arguably one of the best midfielders in the league right now. But right now, Gravenberch, I think, is just holding on to that. Kobe Mainoo's out. Who else is out for you guys? Well, it doesn't matter because your team is shit even when it's fully fucking there. But Kobe Mainoo is like your biggest one. But he's out. And yeah. Cole Palmer, world-class player, is going to dishevel the fuck out of Casemiro or whoever you play in the DM. I hope it's Ugarte. I would make me laugh. If it's Ugarte, I would laugh so hard. Nani is going to put Dallo in the spliff, or if Dallo plays on the left, Jaden. Oh, but Jaden can't play because of the loan. That's true. Okay, so it's going to be Neto. Get ready for Neto, because Neto is going to put you guys in the spliff too. But the biggest ones I'm looking at are going to be Nicholas Jackson, Cole Palmer, Lavia, Caicedo. That's going to be the decider. And I think you guys will have some chances because our defense is leaky, but I think our defense is strong enough that it will actually hold yours because your attack is shit too. I'm not scared of Rashford at all. Like, Trashford can do what he does best and just be trash. So I'm not scared of Trashford at all. What I am scared of was Ruben Amorim coming in and actually setting you guys up to actually get a point. But he's not going to be there. So Ruud's going to do it. And you guys are going to think you played well and be all confident and shit. After the Leicester game. But Chelsea going to come to Trashford. Or not Trashford. Old. Well, it is Old Trashford. Yeah, it is Old Trashford. Old Dumpsterford. The leaky Trafford. Theater of Nightmares. We're going to go there. We're going to clap. Clap, clap, clap. And you guys are going to get maybe a chance or two. You're not going to put them away. Maybe you'll put one away because Sanchez tax. And the game's going to be shut out there. Some of you guys even laughed at Reece James. I mentioned Reece James is going to... Actually, that's another player too that's going to fucking make you guys look ridiculous. Because some of you United fans are actually so fucking stupid, you forgot that Reece James is a player. And you forgot how good he was. And is, to be honest. People are saying, oh, don't get ahead of yourself. Bro, watch the Newcastle game. Watch the Liverpool game. He's getting sharper and sharper each game. And it's ridiculous how quickly he's getting sharp. But you forget, like, on his day, he's a world-class player. And he's getting there. So Reece James is going to be there on Sunday to remind you that he is a world-class fucking right back. Or left back. Doesn't matter. You are Reece James is going to humiliate United. I guarantee you that. Fuck it, I'll tell you that one for free. How about that? No money. Cashback. Chase Unlimited. Fucking credit card settings. Slide that credit card down fucking United cheeks, bro. That's what's going to happen.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Yeah. I'm not scared of United at all. But it does suck that Ten Hag is gone now, because now United are going to be back and they're going to be rivals again. And yeah, are they getting to top 4? I don't think so. Doesn't change my prediction. They're going to be in top 8 now, but they're not getting to the top 4 with Ruben Amorim. Not yet. Maybe next season they can have a shout, but they gotta. They're not beating Chelsea. We're not losing to United. There's no fucking way. Not with this team. Not with this team. Not with this manager either. Especially after how he played the Carabao Cup. That's one thing too about Chelsea. Even under Poch, when we had humiliating results like we had last season, like the fucking Middlesbrough game, this team had a way to just get up and pick themselves up and go up against Aston Villa and just completely annihilate Aston Villa. Like, there's something about this team that are like, dude, we played so bad, we have to make up for it in the next game. So now we're going into Man United with a fucking chip on our shoulder saying like, bro, we got eliminated for the Carabao Cup. We're going to take our anger out on United. And I hope you fucking do. I hope Chelsea go to Old Trafford and blow a hole into the other roof. Like, I hope we actually put the nail in your coffin and you don't come back ever. Stay in the depths of the mud in which you are in. And Tottenham will join you. Tottenham will keep you company. They'll keep you warm. But that's it. We're not Mud Brothers anymore. We're done. We're done. And so is this show because it went over an hour. So big up to everyone. Let me read the comments real quick before I leave. And yeah, that's the Chelsea hour. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I appreciate y'all. Let's see. Jason. Oh, thank you, Prime. Jason Rice means, why couldn't we win both Carabao Cup and Premier League game? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, if anything, having the Carabao Cup is good because then you can keep all the players happy because they have playtime. People say if we beat United and Arsenal, this game doesn't matter. I mean, I'm inclined. People will forget it. That's kind of where I'm at with it. And yeah, those are big games. You know what I mean? Like that proves where our A team is. So if our A team is improving and we still get top 4 in the Conference League, then I am happy. But I do want as many trophies as possible. Like, I really do. At least go farther into the Carabao Cup. Like, we should have gone to the finals. I was expecting us to get to the final at least. Yes, it's your fault, Marshall. We blame you. Yeah, everyone blames me. Exactly, Prime. Old Trafford, no Ten Hag. It doesn't matter. Players want to impress a new manager. Yeah. Your shit players want to twerk for fucking Ruben Amorim. Yeah. And then when they're done twerking, they're going to fucking capitulate. When they're not happy, when he's not picking, they're not being picked for the starting lineup because your fucking players are backstabbers. Fucking Dallo. Sorry, Marshall. Why are you clapping your hands when you have an applause button? Oh, yeah, true. Because you haven't beat us in 11 years. Well, history is meant to be rewritten, isn't it? We just make stupid mistakes that leads to goal. It's true. But it doesn't matter how crap United are. You can't beat us at Old Trafford. Well, you said the same thing, I'm sure, about Tottenham, and look at how that happened. We couldn't beat Wolves away for 4 years and slapped them for 6. Exactly. You have Mudryk and Enzo 10-year contract. Yeah, well, Mudryk's actually been improving. Enzo, I can't say the same, unfortunately. So you got me on that one. But Mudryk's actually been looking decent. Bro, even with Mudryk in the lineup against United, we could still clap you. That's how good... That's how much better Chelsea have been, and that's how shit United are. That's how shit your players are. Even with Mudryk in the lineup, we could still clap you. Subscribe to the channel, of course, guys. Now you added Felix and Scamcho. Well, Sancho's actually been good, but he can't play against you because, unfortunately, he is a lone player. And Felix is... I don't want to talk about Felix. Sunday, yep. Oh, I've got a couple of clips from this stream. Yeah, you did. I hope you did. This is the game and Kunku bags off the bench. I hope so. I hope he's bagging like the 5th or the 6th goal. We will have chances because your players can't keep Old Trafford pressure. What do you mean? Your own stadium can't keep your own fucking pressure, bro. Your fucking roof is leaking. Old Trafford is going to be rocking Sunday. The noise will give more energy to our players. Bro, this isn't fucking Dragon Ball Z, Mo. You guys don't have a spirit bomb, bro. Like, chill. The fuck are you talking about? No, obviously I'm bantering. I get it, but like, you guys ain't it. It ain't it. Sorry. Old Trafford ain't it anymore. Theater of fucking nightmares. Half of your fucking team have given up. Oh, fucking A, Staffy. Okay. Respect Rashford. He's still a threat. Yeah, no, he's not. Reece James ain't gonna last time. Garnacho need.
Huh?
You think that fucking Armani model, Garnacho, is gonna do something against Reece James? Bro, Vinicius Jr. couldn't do shit against Reece James. What makes you think fucking Garnacho's gonna? But you think Anthony's gonna do something against fucking Reece James? Fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here. Thank you for the clippable content. You're welcome. Chelsea haven't won an Old Trafford since 2013. We're not gonna win. United will get a result. Fuck out of here, bro. Come on. Come on now. Man United fans will sign 38 managers per season. They believe every new manager automatically equals debut win. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You had people celebrating like they were going to win the Champions League once Erik ten Hag was sacked. Which, listen, I get it. When Pochettino was sacked, I was pretty happy. So, I understand it. Fuck, I went 10 minutes over. I'm a liar. Again. It's okay. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Thanks for just sticking around. Thanks for 20 likes. Hopefully, if you're watching this in the future, you smash a like as well. Let's hopefully get to 50 likes at the end of this video. But yeah, that's my thoughts on what's, I guess, been going on since I left. A little bit of a recap of the month that's been October for Chelsea. And yeah, man, it sucks that 2 losses, 2 wins, 1 eliminated from the Carabao Cup, and a loss to Liverpool. And I think it's the Pep gene. It's the Pep gene. I think MARESCA is an overthinker. But I really hope that for United, he doesn't overthink shit. Just go out there with your starting 11, man, and just show them how to clap cheeks, bro. Because, yeah, United are still twerking, bro. They're ready. And Old Trafford, it ain't the fortress it used to be. Up until Amarin shows up, they ain't it. So, big up to everyone. Big up to everyone. Smash the like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe if you're new here. Also, be sure to check out the memberships. We have 4 different memberships starting at 99p. Like I said, guys, we do give shout outs to the proper casuals and higher. That's going to be EE, Hassan Nawaz, Dark, Adrian A. Solomon, and Scott. If you want to join up on the membership, it's the join button is right there. Starting at 99p, like I said, you get emojis and all that kind of cool stuff. If you are a member, show them the emojis you get. We're gonna change up some emojis. We're gonna get new emojis and stuff soon. So, listen, you answer that question yourself, okay? But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am redirecting you to Staffy TV. Have the same energy I have today, and show him that we are going to clap United cheeks on Sunday. They will not get a result. We will fucking pummel them, okay? Because that's how much chest I have. I still have chest. Fuck United. They stink, all right? Rivalries till the end. I don't care. Screw you and your fucking stupid Red Devils, all right? That being said, up to Chelsea. I'm out of here. Stay casual. Peace. My stream really not ending? What the fuck? Peace!